Hi guys, and welcome back to another video game with Powers. I'm Jake, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys a solo playthrough of the board game Project L, coming to you from Boardcubator Games, okay? This is the second edition of Project L. I went ahead and backed this on Kickstarter because this reminds me of Tetris, and Sierra loves those Tetris-y, puzzly type games, and this was actually her third most anticipated game of 2023. I do believe this was delivered at the tail end of 2023, so we've had this for about 2 months now. We never did an unboxing on the channel because as soon as this came, we ripped it into it right away and have been playing this ever since, and we really do enjoy this simple yet strategic game, okay? So let's go ahead and jump down to the table where I'm going to show you how a solo playthrough of Project L works. Alright guys, so we are down here at the table where we have everything set up for a solo playthrough of Project L. Like I said, Project L is a simple yet strategic game where what you are trying to do is you will be selecting these different tiles. The objective is to select these different tiles, use the pieces that you have in your supply down here to complete these tiles in order to score tiles with victory points and also collect the piece that is on that tile to use to complete future pieces. So for example, taking a look at this piece right here, once you were to fill in this white area with the pieces from your supply, you would keep this, and at the end of the game, you'd score 1 victory point for it, and then you would also get this little zigzag piece right here. Now, the solo mode is going to function a little bit different than an actual 2 to 4 player game. I think this actually plays up to 5. And so what's going to happen is whenever I take a piece from one of these columns, or whenever I take a puzzle tile from one of these columns, the pieces that are above it are going to get put into my opponent's supply, okay? We have a imaginary opponent here. He's kind of an autonomous opponent, but not really, but I am going to be competing against him. Now, when my opponent, he will be trying to take pieces, and he completes pieces automatically, okay? Now, these columns are considered locked to my opponent if they have at least one puzzle piece above them. So you see these two columns have one piece and that has 2. Whenever my opponent would take a puzzle piece, any pieces in his supply would immediately get put into the column that is above the puzzle piece that was taken. All the other pieces get moved, one piece from each of those columns get moved into that same column, and then we would refill the row, okay? Again, I'll walk you guys through all that step by step when that actually happens. The game is going to be over once this deck of these tile puzzles or puzzle tiles run completely empty. So let's just go ahead and dive in. As always, I'll walk you guys through that first sequence, the first 2 turns, and then we'll kind of mow through the rest of the game. This is actually a very, very relatively short solo game, which just makes it really exciting. So you are always the start player. So on my turn, I have 4 different actions available to me. I can take either a puzzle from any of the 3 rows or columns here. Again, if there's a piece above it, I have to put that piece in my opponent's supply. If there is not a piece above it, I ignore that step. Or I can take directly from the top of the deck, which would not put a puzzle piece into my opponent's supply. Okay, the next action I had available to me is the recycle action. That action is not used in the solo mode, but that would allow you to reset all the tiles on the board. The next action available to me is the upgrade action. So there are 4 different levels of pieces in Project L. You have level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. So with this upgrade action, I can either just take a new level 1 piece straight up from the reserve over there. I could take any piece and upgrade it to a new level, so a 1 to a 2, a 2 to a 3, or a 3 to a 4. I have to take that piece from my supply, exchange it for the next level piece, or I can exchange one of the pieces in the same level for another piece of that same level. So I could exchange this blue in for this orange, okay? That is that upgrade action. The next action I have available to me is I can place one piece from my supply into a spot on one of the puzzle tiles I have selected. The last action available to me is the master action. You can only take this action once per turn, and it allows me to place at least one piece in all of the different puzzles that I have available to me. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So let me see. The first thing I want to do is right away, I think the smart thing might be to take that or that. I can complete that right away. That could be 2 turns, but I think I will actually do this. So I'm going to take this, okay? I would have to take one of these pieces and put it in my opponent's supply here, all right? And then we would draft a new piece out onto the table. My second action here is, you know what? I think I might just complete this. So I'll take the place action to place 1. I'll take the place action again to complete 2. This puzzle will now be completed, okay? So I would get these 2 pieces back from the supply. I would get another green piece, and then I would put this down in my victory point pile. At the end of the game, I would score 1 victory point. So now we move to my opponent here. So all of the columns here are locked for him. So if all the columns are locked, what he will do is he will remove 1 piece above every column, okay? So all 3 of these pieces will be removed and just put back into the supply, all right? So now we go back to my turn. So now I can really play a little bit freer because I know he's going to take at least, I believe he's going to take that. So the way it works is his progression would be 1, 2, 3, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the case of he would always take the highest victory point tile. So we have 4 2s here. He would take the one in the highest priority order, which would be this one above there. So he's taken that piece. So I might be okay with that. I don't really like a lot of my options here on the board. So I could just take, we could take this one for 1, all right? This would flip it, okay? That's 1 action. My second action is going to be to, I think I'm just going to take this for my second action, okay? And then my third action is I'm going to upgrade, trading in a green piece, and I'm going to take a blue piece, okay? So those are all 3 of my actions. So he would take this puzzle piece right here into his little pile. All of the pieces that are in his supply will go above the column that he took the puzzle piece from. Now we would move 1 puzzle piece from each of the other columns, but there are none. And then we would go ahead and put a new tile out, all right? I think the first thing I'll do is place, or I'll take I'll draft something. You'd be better off to draft something. I'm going to draft this level 1 tile here, okay, which would throw that out. And then now I'm going to take the master action. So 1 piece there, 1 piece there, and then I'm going to put 1 piece there. So this puzzle would get completed, okay? Get my green back and allow me to grab a green from the supply. This puzzle would get completed. I get my blue back and I get one of these small pieces from the supply, and then that stays over. Okay, so I did the... I think those are all 3 of my actions, right? Because I took... yeah, I think I took, and then master, or did I just take and master? So now we are moving on to the opponent. So he's going to look at this column, take the highest puzzle in priority order, which would be this puzzle right here, okay? He has nothing in his supply. We would then take 1 from each of the other columns, put it in there, and we're going to draw a new tile. So we have a small number 1. Interesting. I think what I'm going to do is take for 1, all right? Now the big puzzles are coming out, okay? I think I will take for, so this would go away in his supply. So I'm going to take for 2, okay? And then I'm going to master for 3, okay? So one piece there, one piece there, and then we're gonna go one piece there, okay? So this is the only piece that would get completed. So I would complete that and get access to a yellow. All right, this would scoot over, and now we'd go to my opponent. So out of these two rows, he would take the highest priority, which would be this 3 here. He does have one piece in his supply that goes up, and then one of the other pieces would come down, and this would get refilled. Okay, back to my turn. I think what I'm going to do is upgrade for 1, turn this... Oh, never mind. I need to get a square. So actually what I'm going to do is place for 1. Okay, first action. Got all 3 of these completed, and I get a square from the supply. Okay, get a square from the supply here. I think the next action I'm going to take is... So he's going from this column, so he would pull a 2. I'm okay with him grabbing a 2. Is there anything else that I could get pretty much right away? Easily. Could probably get that 1 pretty easily. The 2 might be pretty easy, so I would take this 2. All right. Well, no. Actually, I don't want him to because he's taking that 2. I'll take the 1 for my second action. Well, no. I don't want to take the 1 either because he's taking from that column. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take from the top of the deck. Screw it. So I'll take a 4, and then I'm going to master. Where do I want to put that? Just slide that in right there. Yeah. All right. So doing the master action. So that's all 3 of my actions. Okay. So go to him. He's going to take this 2 now. Nothing in his supply. 1 from each of the other columns needs to go in there. And then he's going to refill. Okay. So back to me. I'm going to place. Get all these back to me. Okay. And let's see. So that's 1 action to place. This column's going away, so I need to take from this column probably. So I will actually upgrade for my second action from this piece to a square. Okay. And then my third action, I will take this second tile. Okay, so we would need to take a piece, put that in his supply, and refill. Okay, so now we go to my opponent. Nothing is available, so all of these 3 pieces are getting locked away. All right, and now we're back to me. So I think what I'm going to do is the master action. So place 1 there, and then we're going to place that there. Okay. The next action I'm going to take is place there. And then the third action I'm taking is... yeah, I'll go ahead and complete that puzzle. So that would be all 3 of my actions. I mastered, placed, and placed. Okay, so I'll get all these back, and I would gain a green from the supply, all right? My opponent would go. He would take this 4 puzzle piece here. This would go up there, and then 1 each from all the other columns would come out, and that's what we're looking at. So, so I could take that 5, but I don't think I'm going to be able to complete it because we only got 3 tiles left. I think what I'm going to do is upgrade my blue to a purple for 1, and then I'm just going to complete this. So place for 2, place again for 2, and my turn. Okay, so I get a long blue from the supply. Okay, my opponent would take this 3. He has nothing in his supply. 1 would move over, 1 would move over, and we got a 3 spot. Okay, so going to me. Well, he's taken from here, and he's taken this 5. I really cannot allow him to take this 5. So I will take the 5, okay? There's nothing in that row, okay? I can deal with him taking a 3. And then what I need to try and do is maybe work on completing this 5, because I could even take the 3 and then do the master action. Well, see, that would finish the current round. Then we would only get one more round. So I gotta kind of play this. Well, it's coming out anyway. So yeah, I guess I just don't have an option. Take. Let's go ahead and fill there. Let's go ahead and, well, maybe let me see here. Maybe do that. So place that for 1, and then place that there for 2. Okay. So now we go to my opponent. He would take the 3 spot. He has nothing, so that would move over. That would move over. And that would be there, okay? So that has now triggered the end of the game. So we have finished this current round. So all of us are going to get one more round, and then we're going to proceed to final scoring. So I just need to figure out completing this puzzle. So we're going to place that for 1. We got a green for 2, and my last green is going to be for 3. So I have completed that, and that'll give me a yellow. A small yellow right there, okay? We go to my opponent. My opponent cannot take any more, so he would lose 1 from each of the columns, and that is the end of the game. Now, you would go into what's called finishing touches, where if you had any puzzle pieces left, you could finish them at reduced victory points for every piece you had to place in there. I have nothing left, so we just proceed to final scoring to count how many victory points we got. So I got 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 17, okay? I'm at 17 victory points. I'm hoping that's enough for this guy. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 7, 8, 9, 13, 16, 19, all right? So the opponent has edged me out by 2, 19 to 17. All right, guys. Well, look, that is a solo playthrough of Project L coming to you from Boardcubator. I really do enjoy Project L, but for me, it is a very challenging board game. I am not very good at these puzzly spatial board games at all. I played this on the normal difficulty. The other difficulties are hard and unbeatable, where the change in that is those pieces, the starting pieces of your opponent. So in the hard difficulty, he only would get 3. In the unbeatable, he has 0. So essentially, your opponent's getting a puzzle piece every single time. Look, I have a hard enough challenge on the normal difficulty. I only lost by 2 points. That's actually the best game I ever played. Normally, he's beat me by like 5 plus. But again, just like Mind Your Business, Project L is one of those games that I hate to love. I just love the simplicity of it. I love how quickly it plays. But yeah, enough rambling from me. Project L, the 2nd edition, coming to you from Boardcubator Games. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. Drop a comment down below. Do you have Project L? Is this something that might interest you? Definitely recommend picking this up. You can play it with the family. Very kid-friendly game as well. If you enjoyed this content, guys, smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and as always, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe so we can keep bringing you more awesome content. All right, guys, y'all have a great one. Bye.